Yes, you can. You can use your custom ribbon printing machine to make sashes for all sorts of applications. That's the topic this week on Ribbon Print Tales. Hi everybody, I'm Sue with the Ribbon Print Company and you are watching Ribbon Print Tales. This is the place to be to learn everything you need to know to use your ribbon printer easily, confidently, and profitably. And today we are going to talk about sashes. And it comes at a perfect time because just 1 week ago we introduced our new Pretty Print ribbon, which is ribbon specifically made and finished to be used with your ribbon printer. Here you can see me modeling a sash in a recent interview I did earlier this year, and I'm going to teach you right now how you can make those sashes too. What we're going to cover are overall sash measurements, a step-by-step on how to print the sash, ways to finish the ends, options for closing, enhancements to make it even more customized, and finally pricing. For an adult sash, the overall measurement is going to be 6 feet. In other words, you're going to use 6 feet worth of ribbon. On both the ends, there'll be 8 inches of blank space, and that blank space is an area where you'll finish off the ends and then close the sash when it's actually being put on. And then on each side, there's about 21 inches of printable area. And then finally 14 inches, which goes over the shoulder. Now this, of course, is an example. It's a template for you to use and adjust accordingly. You might want to make your sashes a little longer. You might want to make them a little smaller, especially for a child's sash. And here's an example of one printed out. You can see the different elements, the blank on the ends, then the printing, and then the blank in the middle to go over the shoulder. Let's talk step by step now on how to print. Here again is the template from the prior page showing you all the measurements for the different sections of the sash. The first thing you'll do is pull out about 8 inches of blank material before you start printing anything. And you can see my little picture there on the side. I've rotated it to the right just for ease to make this slide a little less complicated. Then the second portion you're going to actually print, and you're going to be printing the back first. So you make a design that's 4 inches wide, if you're using 4-inch wide ribbon, of course, and 21 inches long, and that'll be the sash back. Then you'll pull out about 14 inches of blank ribbon from your printer for the section that's going to go over the shoulder. Then you'll go ahead and print the front of the sash just as you had done on the back. And finally, you'll leave about 8 additional inches, and then that is your full sash. Now, in terms of printing, let me show you the design board. Again, when you make this design, you're going to make it 4 inches in width and 21 inches in length. Now this is the back, and note that the design elements are rotated to the right because the first thing that's going to print is the section farthest over to the left, like those little butterflies. That first little butterfly is the first part that's going to print. And then when you print the front, the design elements are rotated to the left, as you see here. It's a little harder to describe than to actually look at here, so the visuals should help you quite a bit with this. Let's now talk about ways to finish the ends. You can cut it at an angle. Here you can see I've made it into a V cut, but you could also just cut it straight across at an angle. Here I've finished the edge with glitter. I just applied a little bit of glue and then glitter on top. You can also heat seal it to prevent fraying. And I would suggest, if you think someone's going to use this sash and have it as a keepsake, to definitely do something so that the ends won't fray over time. Another thing to do is use pinking shears and just cut across or in a V. And this final one I think is a really nice, neat way to close it. All I've done is applied double-sided tape. I've folded the edges over and it's a nice sharp seal. Let's talk about options for closing the ends. In other words, when someone actually puts on the sash, how are they going to keep it on? You can use Velcro. You can apply snaps. I've seen some people actually sew the sash together on an angle. And my personal favorite is just to use one of those nice fancy straight pins that you can get. You know how they have them with the colored tips or the pearlized little balls on the tip? I think those are really a nice way to close the sash, and much easier as well. Now, if you want to make your sash extra special, there are different enhancements that you can apply. One option is to apply glitter. You can also pick up stickers at some of the craft shops and add those to your sash, or glue on some rhinestones. Or, I'm calling these scrapbook images, I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but they're kind of like 3D stickers, if you will. And here's an example of our finished sash, all printed up, and you can see here that I have applied some rhinestones throughout the sash. I know this topic is going to come up, so I decided to add it into this video as well, and that is pricing. To go into all of that here is going to make this video way too long. So what I suggest is go back to the 3-part series that we've already done on pricing that you can find at www.ribbonprinttales.com. That's a wrap. Now you know everything about making sashes, how to size them, print them, finish them, and embellish them. I hope you do consider offering sashes as part of your ribbon printing services. Take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you next time.